Get my people up here. We should wait like a minute, right? Let some people.
Yeah, we wait a couple minutes.
All right. If everybody could mute themselves, it'll make it much better. Thank you. Mr. Moore, good job. He's a pro with this now, let me tell you. Just give it one more. Let's see. Alrighty, let's get started. Hey everybody, Lisa's out today, so I'll be filling in for her. This is the Bogota Board of Education work session / action meeting. It's a virtual meeting on October 27, 2020 at 7 p.m. Could we all please stand for the flag salute? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Montgomery, before you go ahead, this should be a regular meeting. It's a typo in the agenda.
All right, so we will change that to regular meeting. Okay. Open public meeting. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provision of this act, the Bogota Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted in the Bogota Borough Hall, communicated by letter to the record, filed with the clerk of the Borough of Bogota, and posted on the Bogota Board of Education website. Can you please call the roll?
Mrs. Alvarez?
Present.
Mrs. Kearns?
Present.
Mrs. Lewis?
Here.
Mr. McHale?
Here.
Mrs. Miller?
Here.
Mr. Moore?
Yeah.
Mrs. Van Buren?
Present.
Ms. Montgomery?
Here.
Mrs. Coles is absent, but we have the quorum.
Thank you. Also present, Mr. Kennedy, the superintendent of schools, Nathaniel Simon, the school board attorney. Is Elsie here?
I don't see her. She should be on the panel now.
Okay. All right, she's not here presently. Mr. Efsel, the school business administrator and board secretary, and Elizabeth Ruiz, the assistant board secretary. Can I please have a motion for hearings on citizens on agenda items only?
So moved.
Kathy, and seconded by Jim. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Anybody would like to come forward to discuss any of the agenda items only, please come forward at this time. State your name and your residence. No? Does not look like anybody is coming forward. Can I have a motion to close?
So moved.
Jim?
Second.
Jim?
Second, Kathy.
Okay, and now we're gonna move on to the superintendent's report.
Okay, first I'm walking in an addendum. I sent that out to everybody and we did post on the website for a music lead position. You should have received that today. We had a roller coaster week last week. We started the week with our hybrid schedule. From a school standpoint, district standpoint, I thought we did a very good job of getting kids into the building and keeping them safe. It started on Tuesday. We received word that a virtual only student tested positive and might have been in contact with other students. And then on Thursday, we got word at 8:30 at night that 2 more students who attended school on Thursday tested positive. And then on Friday, a staff member tested positive. So after consulting with the Department of Health and the county superintendent, we decided to go virtual for the next 2 weeks. This will allow us time to reset the clock in essence and bring everyone back on November 9th. The concern was it was 4 cases in 72 hours, and that's how the Department of Health stated it to us. So right now, all activities and sports are canceled until November 6th. That's when the 14 days would be up for sports. And then on the 9th, we will return to school back to our hybrid. What I would like to say about that is what we have not seen so far are any cases connected to school. So even though we had students in the building that were positive that day, we have not received word that any students that were in contact with them are related. But regardless, all contacts, whether they were staff or students, have to remain quarantined for 14 days. Even if they test negative immediately, it's still 2 to 14 days that symptoms can occur. So all those students and staff have been notified through the Department of Health and through us, because at 8:30 at night, the Department of Health was not going to be able to do contact tracing when we found out. So that's why we had to jump on board and take care of that immediately. So, you know, what I would like to really make sure that, and I'm going to be sending out a community letter very soon, is that we could do our best job in school every day, but we have zero control of what students do outside of our buildings. And that's why it's important for parents to make sure that, you know, we're limiting gatherings and we're social distancing and wearing face coverings as much as possible, because a party can lead to an outbreak, and that's what we're seeing. So very important that people understand that. Some good news: congratulations to our girls and boys cross country team. They captured the Patriot Division League titles, so we were able to get that in, which is congratulations to Coach Rockford, Coach Mahoney, and Coach Verone. Also, if you notice that we added a resolution that Kathy forwarded to me, that the district recognizes October as Bullying Awareness and LGBTQ+ History Month. All schools participate in this throughout the month with different grade-related activities and discussions that go on throughout the month. Also, just lastly, it's a reminder that next week we do have a short week. The district will be closed on Tuesday and Thursday on Friday. So then we will get back to it on November 9th, as long as our numbers remain where they are right now. And that is my superintendent's report.
Thank you. The minutes, we'll get copies of those next time. Is that how that works?
No, we have them. They're up for,
You got them? I didn't get them in my packet.
they came last week.
Oh, last week. Okay. All right. So, and can I have a motion for the minutes?
Motion, Kathy?
Kathy,
Second, Jim.
Jim, any question and comments? Nope. Okay. Irfan, can you please call the roll?
Mrs. Alvarez,
Yes.
Mrs. Kearns,
Yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Yes.
Mr. Markel,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Mrs. Van Buren,
Yes.
Ms. Montgomery.
I recuse on the 15th. I was absent, and yes on the 22nd.
Motion carried.
Okay, moving on to policy 10/27/2001 through 11. Do we have any question? Can I have a motion? I'm sorry.
So moved.
Jim,
Second.
second Eileen. Do we have any questions or comments? No. Okay, can we please call the roll?
Mrs. Alvarez,
Yes.
Mrs. Kearns, Mrs. Kearns,
Sorry, yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Yes.
Mr. Markel,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
yes,
Mrs. Van Buren,
Yes.
Ms. Montgomery,
Yes.
motion carried.
Okay, moving on to education, 10/27/2012 through 23. Can I have a motion?
Can I just say something? 22 shouldn't be in the consent because that was the goals and we were going to discuss them further. So we're really doing just 22 should have been discussed separately. That shouldn't have been on the consent agenda, not to confuse things.
So are we tabling it or what?
Well, I'm okay with it. From my point, I was the one that raised the issue. So I'm okay for the full vote. It's just that 22 should not have been in consent, and it was.
Oh,
Does that
I'm
matter?
on the numbers, I got you.
Okay?
And I have a question about 2012. At the bottom, it says us, the members, administrators, the virtual. Supposedly the meeting from 10:20 to 10:22. Did anyone attend? Oh, okay.
Are we talking about school boards?
Yes.
Yes, so that is gonna be up for a year to watch all those videos and anything that was on.
Oh,
I
okay.
did look at one or two myself, but all those videos will be available to our administration team and the board for a full year. So I can give you a copy of what videos are available and what presentations they had.
Oh, okay.
I would encourage the board members to view the presentation that my office did during the conference.
Okay. Okay, so back to what Kathy said, so on the consent one, we have to remove that, right? So I won't include it. So we'll do 10/27/2012 through 22. No, 22 was that one.
To 21 and then 22, 23.
Got it. Okay. All right. So this one, so the vote will be for 10/27/2012 through 21 right now. Are there any?
I don't know if anybody moved it,
No,
Amanda.
we haven't yet. Yeah. Could we have a
No, it's
motion?
okay. So moved.
Kathy,
second, Jim,
Jim? Any questions on those?
So this is until 23.
Just 21 right now?
Oh, 21.
Yeah. We'll do the rest after. Okay, so can we have, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Alvarez,
Yeah.
Mrs. Kearns,
Yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Yes.
Mr. Markel,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
yes,
Mrs. Van Buren,
You're muted.
Yes.
Ms. Montgomery.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. Now we're gonna go on to the new items that were added to this agenda and the objective goals. So we're gonna go 10/27/2022 through 10/27/2026.
23, 22 will hold.
Wait, I thought we were gonna vote on it. We just had to include it in the new round.
Can I just move for some discussion on 22 and then we can just keep going?
Okay, do we have a second?
No move, Pat.
Pat?
Okay.
All right, so
All right.
that's
I just on the district goals, I had brought that up at the last meeting. Mr. Kennedy did include the tech classes in there, which is great, so that we can be focusing on some tech classes for our students. The only thing that I was hoping we could review, but I believe that in the spring would be just as well. We all got a memo about that, an email, just for everybody to review that the district goals, the long-range plan that was done for 16 through 21. If everybody could please do that, that would help us in the spring to set some goals as a board and move forward as a board on it, as compared to depending on the central office to do it. Thank you.
I think also it'd probably be a good idea that we might want to do a new 5-year strategic plan in the spring.
I think that'd be great.
Because last time we did that, if you go back and look at the 5-year plan, I do think we hit a lot of the topics on there when you go back and look.
Yes.
Hit every single one, but I think a majority of them were hit along the way over the last 5 years, whether that, the first 3 years really we didn't really even look at it. So I think this is something that we get the community involved in, you get students involved in, teachers. Some of you might have been around and remember how we did it the first time.
It's great.
5 years, a lot of things have changed, but we have met a lot of those plans, and we are moving in that direction for a lot of them. But that's something that we could do through school boards, I believe.
Yes.
For the next 5 years, and that really is where we set the direction we want to go in the next 5 years.
That'd be excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, I was reviewing it and I was actually quite impressed by how many we actually attained. I was like, we did that, we did that. So it was quite refreshing. It was nice to see that we actually.
I thought it was pretty funny that we were going to get computers into every child's hand. Little did we know.
COVID was very helpful in us attaining many of
Yes.
so we did get the one-to-one, upping our tech game, things like that. So
Yeah.
the tech box we checked pretty well. So
Yes. Thank you.
All right. So now, can I include that back with everything else, or does anybody
That's
else
fine.
have comments on that one? Okay. So we're gonna have a motion on 10/27/2022 through 10/27/2026. All right. Can I have a motion?
So moved, Kathy.
Kathy,
Second, Maureen.
Second, Jim.
Maureen's got it. She came in. Any discussion besides the 22 that we just had? Nope. All right. Please call the roll.
Mrs. Alvarez,
Yes.
Mrs. Kearns,
Yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Yes.
Mr. Markel,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Mrs. Van Buren,
Yes.
Ms. Montgomery.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, moving on to personnel, 10/27/2028 through 36. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Jim,
Second.
Sabrina, any discussion on those numbers?
It's 27 through 36.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we did them vote on 27.
27. What is going on? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You guys couldn't make it easy for me, huh? Last week was like 5 minutes, and this week
You're getting there.
it's funny when you're sitting on the other end. It's like so much easier. You're like, oh, this is no problem. This will be easy. Yeah. So you get all the numbers wrong, and people are like, you're wrong. Okay, so we're doing 27 through 36. Can I have a motion on that?
So moved.
Jim,
Second, Kathy.
Kathy. All right, any discussion? We look good. Okay, can we please call a roll?
Mrs. Alvarez,
Yes.
Mrs. Kearns.
Yes.
Mrs. Lewis.
Yes.
Mr. Markel,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Mrs. Van Buren,
Yes.
Ms. Montgomery.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, we're gonna do the additions from 10/27. We're still in personnel, 10/27/2037 through 40. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Jim,
Second.
second, Maureen. Any questions, any discussion? We look good. Okay, please call the roll.
Mrs. Alvarez,
Yes.
Mrs. Kearns,
Yes.
Mrs. Lewis.
Yes.
Mr. Markel,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Mrs. Van Buren,
Yes.
Ms. Montgomery.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the addendum for personnel. 10/27/2060. Can I please have a motion?
So moved.
We got Jim. Can I have a second?
Sabrina, second.
Sabrina. Any discussion? Okay, can you please call the roll?
Mrs. Alvarez,
Yes.
Mrs. Kearns,
Yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Yes.
Mr. McHale,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Mrs. Van Buren,
Yes.
Ms. Montgomery.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, moving on to finance, 1027, 2041 through 53. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Jim? Second,
Second, Pat.
second, Pat. Any discussion? Okay, please call the roll.
Mrs. Alvarez,
Yes.
Mrs. Kearns,
Yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Yes.
Mr. McHale,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Mrs. Van Buren,
Yes.
Ms. Montgomery.
Yes.
Motion carried.
This next section really covered a bunch of what was on our 5-year plan. The additional, we're still in finance 1027, 2054 through 59. Can I please have a motion?
So moved, Pat.
Pat,
Jim.
Second.
second, Jim. Discussion, I see Kathy.
Yes, please. I'm just curious, on 56, I think that's wonderful. We're getting the touchless water faucets. Are the other ones being turned off?
We're gonna remove them and replace all the water, these are water faucets, not water fountains.
Right.
Bathroom.
I'm sorry. Right, so they're touchless water faucets. So so there won't be, the other kind won't be there anymore?
No, only you just put your hand underneath, you don't have to touch anything.
Sweet, okay, great.
The only difference with those, you gotta make sure the batteries are changed periodically. Otherwise, you won't have any water.
Yes, correct. It's going to be our custodians check this every night
Okay.
and during the day if anything happens.
I'm gonna be on that one, just like run your hand underneath, check it. All right, any other questions? Kathy?
I'm sorry. Just a question on 59, I think it is, the new one on the solar, on the roof. Are all those roofs capable of holding solar?
This is part of the ESIP project that the roofs would be replaced on top of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was a 15-year guarantee, Irfan, am I correct in that?
Yes, before the panels installed, the roof will be treated. So we will get an additional at least 15 years to cover this program.
And is there a budgeted figure in there, or is that all part of the ESIP, the grant money, the funding?
We are still discussing the ESIP measures. This is a part of it to cover that. There's a scenario if we do it in-house, if it's going to be cheaper or more manageable. But normally it is the roof treatment is part of the ESIP project.
Okay, so is that something we have to budget for, or this, I'm sorry.
So what it is right now is the amount of savings that we could possibly get.
We'll pay for that?
Yeah, if we do that ourselves, we might get something else that we could do because there's more cost savings. So right now,
Okay.
we're just getting our figures together and quotes to see what would make more sense for us in the long run and what would be more savings to the district.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, any other discussion, questions? Okay, please call the roll.
Mrs. Alvarez,
Yes.
Mrs. Kearns,
Yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Yes.
Mr. McHale,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Mrs. Van Buren,
Yes,
Ms. Montgomery.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Just going back to the strategic plan really fast, is that available for the public to review? Is it on our website?
If I could put it up there, part of the attachments to this meeting.
Yeah, this way, because it'll refresh everybody's memory, because I know there was a lot of people that participated in that. So I'm pretty sure like 5 of us that are currently here were on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So, okay, all right, moving on. Anybody have any committee reports?
Guess who? Me. Yeah, if you recall, about a month or so ago, I brought up a Senate bill that New Jersey School Boards is opposed to. It's 2843. It's about contracts for certain coaches and not other coaches. It's very unfair and unequitable. The Senate kind of just went past it, which I reported at the subsequent meeting. It's back on the floor for this Thursday. And School Boards has asked all the boards to write again to the senators, as Lisa said she did for the last time. So if Lisa could just resend the same opposition letter to whoever she sent it to last time, so that we're a part of that opposition.
All right, I'll reach out to her, maybe Mr. Kemp.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you. If the board's in agreement with that, I mean, we did it last time, so
Yeah, that's fine.
thank you.
Anyone else committee report? Anybody have any old business? Anybody have any new business? Nope. Okay, so we have to go, oh, sorry. Can I please have a motion for the hearing of public remarks?
So move, Pat.
Pat,
Second, Jim.
Jim, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, at this time, anybody that has any questions or comments that they'd like to come forward and address the board, please come forward, state your name and your address. You can raise your hand. Mr. Kennedy will get you. Is there any questions? No. All right, that's pretty easy. Okay, can I have a motion to close hearing of public comments?
So move, Pat.
Pat,
Second, Jim.
Jim, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. At this time, we have to go into executive session. Whereas C-231 PL 1975, also known as the Sunshine Law, authorizes a public body to meet in executive or private session under certain limited circumstances. And whereas said law requires the board to adopt a resolution at a public meeting before it can meet in such an executive or private session. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Education that it does hereby determine that it is necessary to meet an executive session on October 27th, 2020 at 7:27 p.m. to discuss matters involving negotiation, litigation, and personnel. That the matter discussed will be made public when confidentiality is no longer required, and the action pursuant to said discussion shall take place only at a public meeting. Action may be taken upon return from executive session. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
We'll go with Jim,
Second.
second Eileen, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, how long will this take?
It should take 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, all right,
But
so,
everyone needs to log out of this meeting, log into Google Meet, then log back into this meeting to finish this meeting.
okay,
But I asked, make sure everyone, because people might be able to hear from
Yeah.
one tab to another.
so leave this meeting.
Yes.
Okay, where's Jim? Is Jim back? Just waiting. All right. There he is. Okay. All right, everybody's back. Okay, can I have a motion to come back from executive session? How do I do that? I don't know the rule.
So moved.
Second.
Pat and Jim, okay. We are not taking any action, so can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved.
Pat,
Second.
Jim, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, guys.
Have a nice one.
Wear your mask, social distance, wash your hands.